Welcome back, people. This is John with the Chupacabra Skoolie. Today we're going to talk about venting an on-demand propane water heater outside your bus. I had recently responded to a Facebook message about how to do this and how to make it safe. And this is the unit I have in my bus. This is a replacement. I actually broke mine because of my own fault, but I'm going to go show how I did it in there. But basically we're trying to go from this to a tube that will go up through your ceiling. I'm going to go out to the bus and show you how I did it out there. Here's my water heater. It's mounted inside a closet in the bedroom portion of my Skoolie. And you can see the vent goes up and through the ceiling. Now I did do some checking, and the person that I'm actually directly responding to has a 3.5-inch opening here, exhaust opening. Mine is actually 4.5, but the same principle will still apply for anybody that's doing this. What you got to do is go to Lowe's, and I'll put a link in the description. They make a flexible piece of like duck, but it's not like a dryer. It's more rigid than that and more robust. And you have to find the closest you can to this, the piece coming up that we showed you a while ago inside the house. But you'll never find one that just fits on there perfectly. What I had to do with this was cut that flexible pipe and flare it out and get it over that opening. And then I used a high temperature foil tape, which I'll also put a link in. It's very similar to what people call high-speed tape or foil duct tape. It's like a real metallic looking, aluminum foil looking tape, but it's designed for high temperatures. I put that all around it, made sure it was sealed up, and that stuff is super sticky. So you'll be able to seal that up really, really well on there. I didn't have any problems with this on my trip. And I can tell you when this thing is running, there's no heat in here whatsoever. My water heater also actually meets the criteria from the manufacturer as far as offset from the side walls. That may look a little tight in this video, but it actually meets all the criteria for space from the side to the wall and that kind of thing. This one doesn't have any knobs on it. Like I say, I actually broke this one, my own fault, and that's why I'm replacing it. There's nothing wrong with this water heater. It's great. It uses 2D batteries, so you don't have to have 12 volt going to it or 120. And then it uses propane. Make sure when you order one, you don't get a natural gas one, that you get a propane one. Then the second thing I did, besides the flex tubing, is I wrapped this with that fiberglass. It's like a motorcycle wrap. If you've seen like Harleys that have the black pipes, they have this, they do a better job than I do, but it's fiberglass, almost like an ace bandage. And you wrap it around there, and it helps, I guess, contain the heat. And it works really, really well on here. The only thing is, don't handle it without some gloves and long sleeves, because that will stay with you for a couple of days. And then it comes with some stainless steel, I've painted them black, but some stainless steel zip ties, and I put those on there. And then I put a this is a typical heat guard that you put anytime you put a stovepipe through a roof. And so this is kind of what it looks like from the inside. I'll go out and show you the outside. It's a little bit archaic out there, but anyway, there's no fumes coming out of this thing. There's no heat coming out of this thing. Plus, you got to keep in mind, this only runs when you're taking a shower. And in a school bus, you're not taking a 45-minute shower. You're going to be hauling ass. You're going to get through it as quickly as possible. And it's located just on the other side of this is where my shower is. So it doesn't have to travel very far. I'm not wasting a lot of water waiting for hot water to get there. It is almost instantaneous. And the great thing about the flexible tubing is you can see how I was able to bend it around and get it up to a point where it was more appropriate for it to come through the roof. And I presume you probably could do it through like a window or the side of the bus, but this is how I did it. I just think it looks better to have it coming out of the roof rather than on the side of the bus. All right, here we are on the outside. I just brought that pipe through the roof, drilled a big hole through the roof, ran it up through there and put a weather cap on it. You just have to find one that fits that size of a pipe. And I put a bunch more of that same foil high temperature tape around here, but I'm looking to find a boot or like a silicone cap that goes on here and we'll screw around the edges. I just hadn't got to that yet. But this has worked great. It hasn't leaked. You could see a little bit of water came through it, but I hit this on a tree and it popped some of the tape up on my trip, so I got a little water in there. But we've had 74 inches of rain here this year, and this has held up very well. But that's the only thing I need to do is get one of those, get the actual correct cap to go over this, and it's good to go. I hope this video answers some questions about venting a on-demand water heater. There you can see my cap coming up out of the bus. Looks good, looks professional. Not hard to do. Get a big hole saw, cut a hole in the roof, run that up in there. And that flexible tubing makes it where you can offset it like I did. You'll be safe, you won't have any carbon monoxide, no heat in your bus. And that's really all there is to it. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Hopefully this video will help out folks that are trying to do this. Thank you for watching.